Oh, you can hear and see me clearly, right?
Yes, I can hear and see you clearly. Okay.
Okay, very good. So let's check. So you are now at stage 3, paragraph page 161. Okay, and the last head word was further than, full stage revision. Okay, so
Okay.
let's pick up from where we ended. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we
Yes.
go. First question. Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of those three
Of those
countries,
three countries,
France, Greece,
France,
and
Greece,
Japan,
and Japan,
France is the nearest
France
to
is the
England.
nearest to England.
And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? Of those three
Of those
countries,
three countries,
Japan is the
Japan
furthest
is
from
the
England.
farthest from England.
Very good. What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? You say good evening
You
to
say
me
good
at
evening
the
to
beginning
me
of the
at the
lesson.
beginning of the lesson.
What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? You say
You
goodbye to
say
me
goodbye to
at the
me
end of the
at the
lesson.
end of the lesson.
Does January come at the end of the year? Does January come at the end of the year? No.
No,
January
January
doesn't come
doesn't
at the
come
end of
at
the
the
year.
end of the
It
year.
comes at the
It comes
beginning of
at
the
the
year.
beginning of the year.
Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? No,
No,
Saturday doesn't
Saturday
come
doesn't
at
come
the
at
beginning
the
of the
beginning
week.
of the week.
It comes at the
It
end
comes
of
at
the
the
week.
end of the week.
Very good. Is the sun shining at the moment? Is the sun shining at the moment? Yes or no?
No,
The sun isn't
no,
shining at the
no,
moment.
the sun isn't shining at
At
the
the moment.
moment.
Very good. Does the sun shine during the night? Does the sun shine during the night? No, the sun
No, the
doesn't
sun
shine
doesn't shine
during the
during the
night.
night.
Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? No, we
No,
can't see
we can't
well
see
during the night.
well during the
If
night.
the moon isn't
If the moon
shining,
is
we
shining,
see badly.
we see badly.
Right? Do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed early? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
go to
don't
bed
go to
early.
bed
I
early.
go to bed
I
late.
go to bed late.
Do you get up late? Do you get up late? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
get up
don't
late.
get up
I
late.
get up
I get
early.
up early.
Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? No, the
No,
students
the
don't
student
generally
don't
come
generally
in the
come
classroom
in the classroom
later than the
later
teacher.
than the teacher.
They generally come
They
into
generally
the
come
classroom
into the classroom
earlier than he
earlier
does.
than earlier than he does.
Very good. Who gets up the earliest in your family? Who gets up the earliest in your family? My
Uh, my wife
gets up the
gets
earliest
up
in
the
my
earliest
family.
in my family.
Who gets up the latest in your family? Who gets up the latest in your family? My
My son gets
gets
up
up
the
the latest in
latest
my
in my
family.
family.
Where is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it
No,
isn't
it
light
isn't
during the
light
night.
during the night.
It's dark
It's dark
during the night.
during the night.
Is it dark in here now? Is it dark in here now? No, it
No,
isn't
it
dark
isn't
in
dark
here
in
now.
here now.
It's light.
It's light.
Can you see in the dark? Can you see in the dark? No, I can't
No, I
see
can't
in the
see
dark.
in the dark.
Very good. Do you live near a station? Do you live near a station? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
live
don't
near a
live
station.
near us
I
near a
live
station.
far from a
I live
station.
far from a station.
Is the station far from there? Is the station far from there? Yes or no?
Oh, yes,
The station is
the
far
station
from
is
here.
far from here.
What's a millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire is a
A
person
millionaire is a
who has a
person
million
who
pounds
has a million
or
pounds
more.
or more.
Tell me the names of some millionaires. Tell me the names of some millionaires, please. The names of
The
some
names of
millionaires
some
are
millionaires are Bill Gates, Elon Musk, etc.
very good. Okay. How have you got as much money as a millionaire? Have you got as much money as a millionaire? No, I
No,
haven't
I
got
haven't
as much
got as
money
much
as a
money
millionaire.
as a
I've got
millionaire.
less money
I've got less
than a
money
millionaire.
than a millionaire.
Okay. Is Mount Everest very high? Is Mount Everest very high? Yes, Mount
Yes, Mount
Everest very
Everest
high.
is very high.
Are there very few people in China? Are there very few people in China? No, there
No,
aren't
there
very
aren't
few
very
people
few people
in
in
China.
China.
There are very
There
many
are
people
very many
in
people
China.
in China.
Very good. Is it very cold in Africa? Is it very cold in Africa? No, it
No,
isn't
it
very
isn't
cold
very
in
cold
Africa.
in
It's
Africa.
very hot
It's
in
very hot
Africa.
in Africa.
Is Japan very near England? Is Japan very near England? No,
No,
Japan isn't
Japan
very
isn't
near
very
England.
near
It's
England.
very
It's
far from
very far
England.
from England.
Do you get up very early? Do you get up very early? Yes or no?
No, No,
I don't
I
get
don't
up
get
very
up
early.
very early.
I get up late.
I get up late.
Do you speak English very well? Do you speak English very well? No, I don't
No, I
speak
don't speak
English very
English
well,
very
but
well,
I speak it
but I speak
well
it
enough.
well enough.
Very good. What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? The message we
The message
generally write
we generally write
inside a Christmas card
inside the
is
Christmas
a
card
Merry
is
Christmas
a Merry
and a
Christmas
Happy New
and
Year.
a Happy New Year.
Well, what does the word merry mean in Japanese? What does the word merry mean in Japanese? The word merry
The
means
word merry means 楽しい
in
Japanese
Japanese.
in
Are
Japanese.
are people generally merry if they drink a lot of wine? Are people generally merry if they drink a lot of wine? Yes,
Yes,
people are
people
generally
are
merry
generally
if they
merry
drink a
if
lot of
they
wine.
drink a lot of wine.
Very good. What does the word happy mean in Japanese? What does the word happy mean in Japanese? The word happy
The word
means
happy means 幸せ in
in
Japanese.
Japanese. Do you feel sad when you go on holiday? Do you feel sad when you go on holiday? Yes or no?
No,
I don't feel
I don't
sad
feel
when
sad
I go on
when
holiday.
I go on
I
holidays.
feel happy.
I feel happy.
Very good. Are my hands apart? Are my hands apart? No, your
No, your
hands aren't
hands
apart.
aren't apart.
They're together.
They are together.
Very good. Do you live apart from your family? Do you live apart from your family? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
live
don't
apart
live
from my
apart
family.
from my
I
family.
live
I
together
live
with my
together
family.
with my family.
Are you in that room together with other people? Are you in that room together with other people? Yes or no?
No,
I'm not in this
I'm
room
not in this
together
room
with other
together with
people.
other people.
What do you eat for your lunch apart from meat? What do you eat for your lunch apart from meat? I eat bread,
I eat
vegetables,
bread,
etc.
vegetables,
for my
etc.
lunch
for
apart
my
from
lunch
meat.
apart from
Do
meat.
you study anything apart from English? Do you study anything apart from English? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I don't
study
study
anything
anything
apart from
apart
English.
from English.
Apart from me, is anybody in this room sitting? Apart from me, is anybody in this room sitting? No. Apart from
No,
you,
apart from you,
nobody in that room
nobody in
is
that
sitting.
room is sitting.
Who lives in your house apart from you? Who lives in your house apart from you? My
My wife, son, and daughter
lives in my house
lives in my family
apart from me.
in my house from apart from me.
Very good. One more. My wife,
Okay, my wife,
my daughter,
son,
uh,
my wife, daughter, and son
lives in my house
lives in my
apart
house
from me.
apart from me.
Very good. Do you speak English better than Japanese? Do you speak English better than Japanese? No, I don't
No, I
speak
don't
English
speak
better
English
than
better than
Japanese. I
Japanese.
speak it
I
worse
speak
than
it worse
Japanese.
than Japanese.
Do you think Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole? Do you think Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole? No, I don't
No,
think
I don't
Tokyo
think
is a worse
Tokyo
place
is
to
the
live
worst
in
place to
than the
live
North
in
Pole.
than the North
I think
Pole.
it's a better
I think
place
it's a
to
better
live
place
in than the
to
North
live in
Pole.
than the North Pole.
Is a Toyota a better car than a Rolls Royce? Is a Toyota a better car than a Rolls Royce? No, a
No,
Toyota
a
isn't a
Toyota
better
isn't
car
a better
than
car
a Rolls Royce.
than a Rolls
It's a
Royce.
worse car
It's a worse
than a
car
Rolls
than a
Royce.
Rolls Royce.
Okay, is the Cinema A a worse cinema than Cinema B? Is the Cinema A a worse cinema than Cinema B? No, the
No,
Cinema
the
A
cinema
isn't a
A
worse cinema
isn't worse
than the
cinema
Cinema
than
B.
the cinema
It's a
B.
better cinema
It's a better
than
cinema
Cinema B.
than cinema B.
Very good. When do we use capital letters? When do we use capital letters? We use
We
capital
use
letters
capital
at the
letters
beginning of a
at the
sentence
beginning of a
for the
sentence
pronoun
for the
I
pronoun
and
I
for the first
and
letter
for the
of
first
people's
letter
names,
of people's
place
name,
names,
place
days
names,
of the week,
days of the week,
months of the year,
months of the year,
nationalities, and
nationalities,
languages.
and languages.
Very good. Where do you think's the best place in your country to live? Where do you think's the best place in your country to live? I think
I think Kyoto
is the best
is the
place
best
in my
place
country to
in my
live.
country to live.
Which do you think's the worst day of the week? Which do you think's the worst day of the week? I think
I think Monday
is the worst
is the
day of the
worst
week.
day of the week.
Very good. What was your best subject at school? What was your best subject at school?
Mathematics
Was my best
was
subject
my best
at
subject
school.
at school.
What was your worst subject at school? What was your worst subject at school?
History
Was my worst subject
was my worst subject
at
at
school.
school.
Very good. What kind of games do you like the best? What kind of games do you like the best? The kind of games
The
I
kind of
like the
games
best
I like the best
are
are footballs, baseballs, and tennis.
very good. Do children like playing games? Do children like playing games? Yes,
Yes,
children like
children
playing
like
games.
playing games.
Tell me the name of a card game. Tell me the name of a card game, please. The name of a
The
card
name
game
of
is
card games is Trump and Uno.
very good. Name me some games in which we use a ball. Name me some games in which we use a ball, please. Some games
Some
in which
games
we
in
use
which
a
we
ball
use a ball
are football,
are
tennis,
football,
rugby,
tennis,
golf,
rugby,
basketball,
golf, basketball,
etc.
etc.
Very good. What's the difference between to look at and to watch? What's the difference between to look at and to watch? The difference
The
between
difference
to look
between
at
to
and
look
to
at and
watch
to
is
watch
that we
is that
used to look
we
at
used to
for
look at
something that is
for
still,
something that is still,
whilst we used to
whilst
watch
we used
for
to watch
something that is
for
moving.
something that is moving.
Very good. Look at my hand. Look at my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm looking at your
I'm
hand.
looking at your hand.
Very good. Now watch my hand. Watch my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm watching your
I'm
hand.
watching your hand.
Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? No, it
No,
isn't
it
right to
is
say
right to
you're
say
watching that
you are
picture.
watching that picture
Why not? Why not? Because that picture's
because that
still.
picture is still.
What must I say instead? What must I say instead? You must say
You
you're
must
looking
say
at that
you're
picture.
looking at that picture.
Is it right to say we look at the game of football? Is it right to say we look at the game of football? No, it
No,
isn't
it
right to
isn't
say
right to
we
say
look at a game
we
of
look at
football.
a game of football
Why not? Why not? Because a game of
because a
football
game of
moves.
football moves.
Very good. What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must say
We
we
must
watch a
say
game of
we watch
football
a game of
instead.
football instead.
Okay, do you like watching television? Do you like watching television? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like
I like
watching
watching
television.
television.
Very good. Where do you buy your food? Where do you buy your food? I buy my food
I
from a
buy my
shop
food from a
near
shop
where I live.
near where I live.
Can we buy apples at the shoe shop? Can we buy apples at the shoe shop? No, we can't
No,
buy
we can't
apples
buy
at a
apples
shoe shop.
at the shoe shop.
Very good. Do we use the gerund or the infinitive after a preposition? Do we use the gerund or the infinitive after a preposition? We use the gerund
We use a
after
gerund
a
after
preposition.
a preposition
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Before coming,
before coming,
after taking,
after
for
taking,
buying,
for
etc.
buying, etc.
What is a gerund? What is a gerund? A gerund is a
A gerund
noun that
is a
we
noun
make
that
by
we make
putting the
by
letters
putting the letters
ing at the
ing
end of a
at
verb.
the end of a verb.
Very good. Which do you think is the best shop in your town for buying men's clothes? Which do you think is the best shop in your town for buying men's clothes? I think
I think Uniqlo
is the
is
best shop
the best
in my
shop
town
in my
for
town
buying men's
for
clothes.
buying men's clothes.
Very good. What do you do before coming to school each day? What do you do before coming to school each day? I eat breakfast,
I eat
speak to my
breakfast,
friends,
meet to my friends,
speak to my friends,
speak to my friends,
etc. before
etc.
coming to
before
school
coming
each
to
day.
school each day.
Are you good at playing football? Are you good at playing football? Yes or no?
No,
I'm not good
I'm
at
not good
playing
at
football.
playing
I'm
football.
bad at
I'm
playing
bad at
football.
playing football.
Very good. What's the difference between beside and besides? What's the difference between beside and besides? The
Besides,
difference
the
between
difference between
beside and
beside
besides
and
is
besides
that
is that
beside means
beside means
next to,
next to,
whereas besides
whereas
means
besides means
apart from.
apart from.
Give me an example of each. Give me an example of each, please. I am sitting beside
I am sitting
nobody.
beside nobody.
Mr. Brown speaks French
Mr. Brown speaks French
besides English.
besides English.
Very good. Who's sitting beside me? Who's sitting beside me? Nobody's
Nobody
sitting
is
beside
sitting
you.
beside you.
Is Paris beside the sea? Is Paris beside the sea? No,
No,
Paris isn't
Paris
beside the
isn't
sea.
beside the
The,
sea.
it's inland.
It's inland.
Very good. Okay, what do you do in the evening besides watching television? What do you do in the evening besides watching television? I go for a walk.
I go for
I
a walk.
read. I
I
go to the
read.
cinema,
I go to the
etc.
cinema,
In the
etc.
evening
In the
besides
evening,
watching
besides
television.
watching televisions.
How many floors are there in your building besides that one? How many floors are there in your building besides that one? There are
There are 4 floors
in this building
in this building
besides this one.
besides this one.
Have your parents got any more children besides you? Have your parents got any more children besides you? Yes or no?
Yes,
My parents
my parents
got
have got
some more children
some more children
besides
besides
me.
me.
Very good. Do you like walking very much? Do you like walking very much? Yes or no?
No,
I don't like
I don't like
walking very much.
walking very much.
Do you like working very much? Do you like working very much? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like
I like
working very
walking very
much.
much.
Very good. Have you got another watch besides that one? Have you got another watch besides that one? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've got another
I've got
watch
another watch
besides this one.
besides this one.
Have you got another shirt beside the one you're wearing now? Have you got another shirt besides the one you're wearing now? Yes, I've
Yes,
got
I've
another
got
shirt
another shirt
besides the one
besides
I'm
the
wearing
one I'm
now.
wearing now.
Like, do most people in your country go to temples each week? Do most people in your country go to temples each week? Yes or no?
No,
Most people
most
in my
people in
country
my
don't
country
go to
don't
temples
go
each
to
week.
temples each week.
Very good. At what time do you generally enter the classroom for your lesson? At what time do you generally enter the classroom for your lesson? I generally
I
enter the
generally
classroom
enter the
at
classroom at 8:30 p.m.
for my lesson.
for my lesson.
Very good. Can we see the air? Can we see the air? No, we can't
No, we
see the
can't see
air.
the air.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're covering your what?
You are covering your
With
watch
your right hand.
with your right hand.
Can you cover both your eyes with only one hand? Can you cover both your eyes with only one hand? Yes, I
Yes,
can cover
I
both
can
my
cover
eyes
both my
with
eyes
only one
with
hand.
only one hand.
What covers our heads? What covers our heads? Our hair
Our
covers
hair
our heads.
covers our head.
Very good. What color snow? What color snow? Snow's white.
Snows white.
Does it generally snow very much in the hot countries of the world? Does it generally snow very much in the hot countries of the world? No, it
No,
doesn't generally
it doesn't
snow very
generally
much
snow very
in the hot
much
countries
in the
of the
hot
world.
countries of
It
the world.
generally snows
It
very
generally
little.
snows very little.
What kind of weather do you prefer? Hot, warm, cooler, cold? What kind of weather do you prefer? Hot, warm, cooler, cold? I prefer.
I prefer warm weather.
Very good. What kind of weather are we having these days? What kind of weather are we having these days? We are having
We are having cold weather these
these days.
days.
Right? Is British weather pleasant in winter? Is British weather pleasant in winter? No, British
No,
weather
British
isn't
weather
pleasant in
isn't
winter.
pleasant in
It's
winter.
unpleasant.
It's unpleasant.
Very good. Okay, what am I holding in my left hand? What am I holding in my left hand? You're holding a
You
pen
are
in
holding a
your left
pen
hand.
in your left hand.
Which do you hold your pen in when you write? Which do you hold your pen in when you write? I hold my pen
I
in
hold
my
my
hand.
pen in my hand.
Okay, I hold my
In my
pen in my
I hold my pen in my right hand
when I write.
when I write.
Greg, can you hold a complicated conversation in English? Can you hold a complicated conversation in English? No, I
No,
can't
I
hold a
can't hold
complicated
a
conversation
complicated
in English
conversation
yet.
in English yet.
I can hold a simple
I
conversation
can hold a
in
simple
English at
conversation
the
in
moment.
English at the moment.
Very good. At about how many matches does a matchbox generally hold? About how many matches does a matchbox generally hold? A matchbox
A
generally
matchbox
holds about.
generally holds about 30 matches.
Very good. About how long can you hold your hand above your head for? About how long can you hold your hand above your head for? I can hold my
I
hand
can hold my
above my
hand
head for
above my
about.
head for about 5 minutes.
Very good. Do you know what I have in my pocket? Do you know what I have in my pocket? No, I don't
No, I
know
don't
what you
know
have
what
in your
you have
pocket.
in your pocket.
Do you know if I live further from here than you do? Do you know if I live further from here than you do? Yes or no?
Sorry,
Do
do
you
you know?
do you know if I live further from there than you do? Do you know if I live further from there than you do? Yes, I
No.
know.
Yes.
Yes, I know
Yes, I
that
know.
you live
But
further
you
from
live
here
far from
than
here
I do.
than I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm in a different country.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, next. Do you know any excellent restaurants near there? Do you know any excellent restaurants near there? Yes or no?
yes.
I know
I
some
know
excellent
some excellent
restaurants
restaurant
near here.
near here.
Do you know any English teachers other than me? Do you know any English teachers other than me? Yes or no?
Yes.
I know
I
some
know
English
some
teachers
English
other
teachers
than
other
you.
than you.
Well, what's the opposite of the word quick? What's the opposite of the word quick? The opposite
The
of the
opposite
word
of
quick
the word
is
quick
slow.
is slow.
Very good. Do you speak Japanese slower than you speak English? Do you speak Japanese slower than you speak English? No, I don't
No, I
speak
don't speak
Japanese
Japanese
slower than I
slower
speak
than I
English.
speak
I
English.
speak it
I speak
quicker
it
than I speak
quicker than
English.
I speak English.
Very good. Do people walk quicker in hot weather than in cold? Do people walk quicker in hot weather than in cold? No,
No,
people don't walk
people
quicker
don't walk
in hot
quicker
weather
in
than
hot
in
weather
cold.
than in
They
cold.
walk slower.
They walk slower.
Very good. Do we say every student is good or every students are good? Do we say every student is good or every students are good? We say
We
every
say
student is
every
good.
student is good
Why? Why? Because every
because
is singular.
every is singular.
Is every town in the world beautiful? Is every town in the world beautiful? No, not
No,
every
not
town in
every
the
town
world
in the
is
world
beautiful.
is beautiful.
Some are beautiful
Some
and
are
some are
beautiful and
ugly.
some are ugly.
Do you come here every day of the week? Do you come here every day of the week? No, I don't
No,
come
I don't
here
come
every
here
day of the
every
week.
day of the week.
I only come here
I only come here 6 times a
a
week.
week. Very good. Do you go to bed at the same time every night? Do you go to bed at the same time every night? No, I don't
No,
go
I
to
don't
bed
go
at the
to bed
same time
at the
every
same
night.
time
I
every
go
night.
to bed at
I go
different
to bed
times.
at different
Does
times.
everybody in the world have enough food to eat? Does everybody in the world have enough food to eat? No, not
No, not
everybody in the world
everybody in the
has
world
enough food to
has
eat.
enough food to eat.
Is everything in your room the same color? Is everything in your room the same color? No, not
No, not
everything in my
everything
room is
in
the
my
same
room
color.
is the same
Some
color.
things are red
Some things
and
are
some
red,
things are
some
blue,
things are blue,
green, etc.
green, etc.
Does it snow everywhere in the world? Does it snow everywhere in the world? No, it doesn't
No, it
snow
doesn't
everywhere
snow
in the
everywhere
world.
in the
In
world.
some places
In
it
some
does,
places it
and in
does,
some
and
places
in
it
some
doesn't.
places it doesn't.
Wait, is it raining outside now? Is it raining outside now? Yes or no?
No,
It isn't raining
it isn't
outside now.
raining outside
Do
now.
you like walking in the rain? Do you like walking in the rain? Yes or no?
No,
I don't like
I don't
walking
like
in the rain.
walking in the rain.
When it rains, what do we cover our heads with? When it rains, what do we cover our heads with? When it
When
rains,
it
we
rains,
cover our
we
heads
cover our
with a hat
head
or
with
an
a hat
umbrella.
or umbrella.
Very good. Does Thursday always follow Wednesday? Does Thursday always follow Wednesday? Yes, Thursday
Yes,
always
Thursday
follows
always
Wednesday.
follows Wednesday.
Is Christmas always on the 25th of December? Is Christmas always on the 25th of December? Yes,
Yes,
Christmas is
Christmas
always on the
is always
25th
on the
of
25th
December.
of December.
Must we always open our mouths when we want to eat? Must we always open our mouths when we want to eat? Yes, we must
Yes,
always
we must
open our
always
mouths
open our
when we
mouths
want to
when
eat.
we want to eat.
Where do you always reply to letters you receive? Do you always reply to letters you receive? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
always
don't always
reply to
reply
letters I receive.
to letters I receive.
Is the weather nicer today than yesterday? Is the weather nicer today than yesterday? Yes or no?
Yes,
The weather's nicer
the weather's
today than
nicer
yesterday.
today than yesterday.
Which is the nicest part of your town? Which is the nicest part of your town?
Itsukushima Shrine
Is the nicest
is the
part
nicest part
of my
of
town.
my town.
Are you always nice to other people? Are you always nice to other people? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'm always
I
nice
always nice
to other people.
to other people.
Very good. What's the past tense of I am, you are, he is, etc.? What's the past tense of
What's
I
past
am,
tense?
you are, he is, etc.? The
Uh,
past tense
the
of I
past tense
am
of
is
I
I
am
was.
is I
You
was.
are is you
You
were.
are is you
He
are.
is he
He
was.
is he
He
was.
is she
She
was.
is she was.
It is it
It is
was.
it was.
We are is
We
we
are
were.
is we were.
You are is you
You
were.
are is you were.
And they are is they
And they
were.
are is they were.
Was I here 2 weeks ago? Was I here 2 weeks ago? Yes, you were
Yes, you
here
were
two
here
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Were you here 2 weeks ago? Were you here 2 weeks ago? Yes, I was
Yes, I
here two
was
weeks
here two
ago.
weeks ago.
Where were you at this time yesterday? Where were you at this time yesterday? I was
I was here
at
at
this
this
time
time
yesterday.
yesterday.
Were we in this room last week? Were we in this room last week? Yes, we
Yes,
were
we
in this
were in
room
this room
last
last
week.
week.
Were they here 2 lessons ago? Were they here 2 lessons ago? Yes, they were
Yes,
here
they
two
were here
lessons
two
ago.
lessons ago.
Very good. What's the difference between a road and a street? What's the difference between a road and a street? The difference
The
between
difference
the
between
road and
the
street
road and the
is
street
that a
is
road
that
is
a road
generally in
is
the country
generally in the
and
country
connects two
and
towns,
connects two towns,
whereas a street
whereas
is
the
in a
street
town
is in a
and
town
generally has
and
shops in it.
generally has shops in it.
Very good. Do you live in a road or a street? Do you live in a road or a street? I live in a.
I live in a road.
Very good. Okay, next. What's this? What's this? It's a line.
It's a line.
Are there a lot of lines on an old person's face? Are there a lot of line on an old person's face? Yes,
Yes,
there are
there
a lot
are a
of
lot
lines
of lines
on an old person's
on
face.
an old person's
Very
face.
good. Is this a crooked line? Is this a crooked line? No, it
No,
isn't a
it
crooked
isn't
line.
a cricket line.
It's a straight
It's a
line.
straight line.
Is the road between New York and California straight? Is the road between New York and California straight? No, the road
No,
between
the road
New York
between
and
New York and
California isn't
California
straight.
isn't
It's
straight.
crooked.
It's cricket.
After drinking a bottle of whiskey, can people walk in a straight line? After drinking a bottle of whiskey, can people walk in a straight line? No, after
No.
drinking
After
a bottle
drinking
of
a
whiskey,
bottle of
people
whiskey,
can't walk
people
in a
can't
straight
walk
line.
in a straight
They
line.
walk in a
They
crooked
walk
line.
in a cricket line.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today.
Ah,
Very good
okay.
practice. Thank you very
Very.
much. See you
Thank
again
you so much.
tomorrow.
See you again.